Primal Being series of cards, while I'll admit is small in terms of how many cards there are of them, they make a huge impact with their effects in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. This is an amazing first turn. For you see, the original Primal Being card is Nibiru the Primal Being. It originally released as a prismatic secret rare in the 2019 tin Gold Sarcophagus. Immediately upon this card's release, it became a staple card for many people's decks. What's a staple card? For those that are unaware, it is basically any card that is generic, meaning it can slide into any deck with relative ease. And as well, it has to be powerful. This power can come from a few different avenues. It can improve the consistency of your deck, like Maxi or Pot of Greed, ruin the consistency of your opponent's deck, like Ash Blossom or Infinite Impermanence, or the final category, which Nibiru falls into, wiping out multiple of the opponent's cards with a single card, also known as a board breaker. The reason why this monster falls into that camp is because of the way its effect works. After the opponent has summoned their 5th monster, now at any point during the main phase, you can tribute every single face-up monster on the field to summon this monster to your side of the field. Then you summon a Nibiru token to your opponent's side. That token will have the combined attack and defense stats of every card tributed. So typically, the token you're giving your opponent is huge, but it's worth it because you're wiping out their entire field to put something with no effect on their side of the field. It's usually always a net benefit. This devastating ability to obliterate the entire field is a reference to the Nibiru Cataclysm, a supposed doomsday scenario that is alleged to happen in the future where a huge planet is going to come hurtling into Earth and wipe out humanity. This planet is called Nibiru, or Planet X. And to put your mind at ease, we don't have to worry about that, by the way. It's just pseudoscience. It's like doomsday theorists just come up with this kind of stuff. So nothing scientific you need to worry about. A planet isn't going to crash into us anytime soon. However, I can't say the same in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. Nibiru in Yu-Gi-Oh is a very real threat, and you should worry about it every constant second of every duel. Basically, if you see your opponent counting under their breath with every summon you make, panic. So Nibiru is a reference to a planet crashing into the Earth. However, in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, we see in its artwork, it is depicted more so as a kind of egg that hurtles towards and collides with the dual monster world. Upon its impact, it hatches to reveal a monster inside. This lore was actually revealed in the artwork of the token that Konami printed for this monster. The token was known as the Primal Being token. It shows a monster emerging from the epicenter of the impacts. However, eagle-eyed viewers might have also noticed this monster slightly visible in the original artwork. Its eye and part of its body, you can kind of see them. And guess what? They have now printed this new monster. Known as Thea, the Primal Being, this card released, just like Nibiru, as a prismatic secret rare, this time in the 2024 pack, Tin Dueling Mirrors. This monster's effect is interesting because it is both a counter if you play against Nibiru and a complement if you play Nibiru. This parallel is hinted at first by their identical stats yet opposing attributes of light and dark. However, its effect is during the main phase. Quick effect, you can tribute monsters whose total levels equal 11 or more. Special summon this card from your hand. Then, if you control no other monsters, you can destroy one monster on the field with the highest attack, your choice if tied. Finally, while this monster is sitting on the field, neither player can summon more than 4 times per turn. So from this effect, we can see that if your opponent Nibiru's you, puts a token on your field and they have a Nibiru on there, you can tribute your token, summon Thea, pop their Nibiru. You've cleared their field. Pretty cool. And vice versa, if you Nibiru your opponent, summon a token to their field, summon Nibiru to your field, you can tribute your Nibiru, summon Thea, and then blow up their token. It's really cool. However, keep in mind, Thea is a little bit better to summon during the opponent's turn because then your opponent has 4 more summons left to make their plays. Whereas if you summon it during your turn, then you've only got 4 more summons left to make your plays. So it's worth being cautious with how this effect works. And just to let you all know, the counting of 4 more summons happens when this monster hits the field, not total for the turn, just in case you wondered. Now, Thea, like Nibiru, is also based on a hypothesized planetoid on a collision course with Earth. However, while Nibiru was alleged to happen in the future, Thea already happened long ago. Thea is widely believed to have been a real planet that collided with the Earth 4.5 billion years ago. The impact from this ancient planet actually did a few different things to us, but the biggest one is that bits of Earth came off, bits of Thea came off, melded together, and created the moon. So you can understand why it makes absolute sense that Nibiru token, and Thea are the highest level rock type monsters in the game, because they are just that devastating in ability. The only other monster tied with them is a card called Zephyrath. And with that, that is the Primal Being archetype done. A small one, I know, but again, huge in impact on the card game. Check out one of these two videos if you really fancy, but other than that, thank you all for watching. Catch you later.